time. We're back. Me and Arsenio are back. And you know my next guest from the movie Grace of My Heart. Now she can be seen in the new movie Message in a Bottle. Take a look at a clip from Message in a Bottle. Please welcome Illeana Douglas. Welcome.
I love that music. Very kind of Burt Bacharach sound.
Yes, that's your theme, isn't it?
I like that.
Isn't that your theme song?
Always.
You always, wherever you go, you have that?
Now, I'm a little exhausted because I just flew in from Hukilau, Honolulu.
You did?
Oh, that's so, oh my God.
I hate when that happens.
Gee, I thought I was the only one from
No,
Hukilau.
from Hukilau, you're gonna keep saying it because we won't get a chance to talk on delay. Anyway,
yes.
we'll just continue on with this conversation. Now, people don't. I didn't know this.
Yes.
They told me that you started out as a stand-up comic.
Yes, I did. It was a very tough life, though.
To be a comic?
I have tremendous respect for you, commenting on our culture and our society.
But you did it.
I did it. I did it very briefly, though. I would only work, there was a club near my house on 78th Street.
Right.
And so I would just walk and do my stand-up.
But somebody told me you won a contest.
I did. Well, I wanted to, I saw a thing at Stand Up New York, and it was like a $500 sort of cash prize.
Right.
And I really needed the money. So I figured, how hard could it be to come up with 5 minutes of material?
And they said, and a chance to get on Letterman.
Right. You win the prize, and you get a chance to be on the David Letterman show.
Right.
So I did the stand-up. I won the contest. I got the money, and I said to the guy, well, when do I get a chance to be on Letterman? And he goes, no, you misunderstood. What I actually meant was, you know, you work hard, you continue to do your stand-up, and one day you can get to be on Letterman.
So it was
like
truth in advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you never pursued that. You never continued with that.
They started me actually on the 4 o'clock in the afternoon shift to do...
Of comedy?
Yes.
You remember that, Arsenio?
Oh, yeah.
The lunch shift. I've never heard of that. It's not a shift job when I started out.
It was like, you know, me and like one other person.
But it's good you didn't continue that, and you continued acting.
Yes, I did. I continued acting.
And you, now somebody told me that you had a weird thing about running into celebrities.
Well, you know, when you're an actor and out of work, you have to think of kind of loser games for yourself.
This was a loser game?
Yes, to keep yourself entertained. So my roommate and I, Steven, we used to play a game called Celebrity Tag.
Celebrity Tag?
Yes, which it's really fun and it's very empowering.
Yes.
You see a celebrity and you have to touch them and you have to say tag out loud and they can't see you say tag, otherwise it's null and void, but the friend who you're playing with has to see you say tag. So for instance, if I would see you, I would do something like this and I'd go tag like that to my friend. And he doesn't know I'm saying tag.
He doesn't
and
know.
Your friend.
Well, did he ever have close calls where it was hard or somebody caught you?
I was caught actually once horrifyingly by Harrison Ford. It was literally like, ta! Yeah. And he caught me.
And what was his response?
He veered violently away from me. On
a violent veer?
Yes.
That's tough.
Violently away from me.
That's worse than a violent sneer. A veer is worse than... Now, who else have you tagged? Have you tagged?
I've tagged some good ones. I tagged the president.
You tagged the president?
Yeah.
I know somebody else who tagged him. Does he know?
No, he didn't know. He didn't know I tagged him.
How did you do it? I guess you just tagged him below the belt.
Well, my friend thought it was a cheat because I shaked his hand. But I've had some good tags. I tagged Diane Keaton at a bakery.
And then in Cape Fear, we were watching it. Todd was showing us again last night.
True.
And you have this game in the movie.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to rent the tape, you're playing racquetball with Nick Nolte.
Right.
You tell the story.
Well, luckily, Marty Scorsese is as big a nerd as I am. And so
he was your boyfriend at the time,
yes.
Right?
And so to get my friend Steven back is the ultimate tag.
Right.
We said, why not do an on-screen tag? So within the movie, and Marty had to know about this, I tagged Nick Nolte. As I'm exiting the frame after we play racquetball, I kind of hit him behind and I go, tag. and we leave the screen, and he doesn't know I'm tagging him. Marty knew all about it, of course, and it was a little surprise.
Well, that's
to
cool.
my
Those
friend
inside
Steven.
jokes are always fun.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Now, what was it like? First of all, congratulations. I said Martin Scorsese was your boyfriend, but you're just
Yeah.
recently married, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Not too, thank you.
You know what? We'll talk about your marriage, and we'll talk about the movie, and working with Kevin Costner. I want to talk to you about that. We'll be back with more of Illeana Douglas right after this. Stay right where you are. Illeana, just recently married.
Recently married.
Yes.
I met my husband. It's a very good meet cute story. I actually broke up with my boyfriend in a phone call.
Martin Scorsese?
Marty and
Marty.
I broke up.
I haven't been in a film yet, so I call him Martin Scorsese.
Marty, Mr. Marty.
Yeah, Mr. Marty.
Father film. And I was staying at a friend's house, and I came running into the room to tell her, oh my God, we just broke up. And she was on the phone with the man that I'm now married to. She said, oh my God, Jonathan, I have to call you right back. There's a crisis. It's terrible. And then he's such a gossip. He was like, what happened? And she was like, well, I can't really get into it, but my girlfriend, Illeana, she just broke up with Martin Scorsese. Before I knew it, we were in like a three-way conversation.
Oh, it's good you added the word conversation.
Yeah, conversation. Okay. And he ended up being the man that I married. He came and rescued me that night.
That night? So you just broke up and bang. You were not...
I was single for an hour. It was like, it was...
oh, how rough that must have been.
It was. My friends hated me. I had a very tough hour, actually.
And is he in the business?
Signal. And he's a television producer. He produces a show called Brother's Keeper that I'm also doing this week.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And Kevin Costner. Was that cool to work with Kevin?
Yeah, it was great. I really liked him. He's very, like, goofy. Again, much funnier in person than I imagined. I was teasing him because I had some inside information. He loves Westerns.
Right.
And I went up to him and I said, can I ask you a very serious question? And he got all nervous. And I said, why do you think The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is a better film than Rio Bravo? Which is, like, so inside, like, you know, movie knowledge. And
he responded to that?
He responded to that by saying, how did you know? How did you know? How did you know about that? My people told you.
The door was open?
And then from the rest of the time, we talked, that opened the door, and then we just talked about movies, and he's just like a nerdy, goofy guy.
He's a nerdy, goofy guy. People don't know that. They think of Kevin Costner as a hunk, but you're here to say that he's just a big nerd goofball. Kevin Costner is just a big, goofy nerd.
He's sweet.
He's a sweet nerd goofball.
Yes.
Thank God for dispelling that myth about him.
Well,
that's great.
I like his movies like Fandango.
Fandango?
Yes.
Right. And this is going to be a great one, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to look for this. I want to thank you
It's
very
terrific.
much for coming today.
Thank you.
Illeana Douglas,
Thank you.
Message in a Bottle, in theaters now. We're going to be back with the incredible Boris, the hypnotist, right after this. Stay right where you are. This will amaze you.
You can email The Howie Mandel Show. Our email address is fanmail@howiemandelshow.com, or send us a fax. The number is 818-526-6889.